Hi, my name is Al Norvik, and I'm going to talk to you about a tool for your whole family to talk video and audio, and it's called Zoom.com. Now, when I talk about you Zooming your family, I'm not talking about Captain Zoom like in Galaxy Quest with Tim Allen. I'm talking about being able to directly talk to your family face to face, free of charge. It's kind of like Skype, and Apple has something similar, but this works over all formats. This will work over a phone, a pad, a computer. It'll work with a laptop. It'll work with a smart TV. You download the app and away you go. The setup is really hard. Yeah, let me show you here on the screen is the website where you can log in and set it up. It's really hard. You have to put in your email address. They send you an email and you create a password. Wait a minute, that's not really hard at all, is it? That's it. That's the hardest part. Once you log in, you download the app or the program. Then you go into Zoom. And the first thing you do is you create a meeting with either cohorts or family, whatever works. Here's what the login screen looks like. Once you're logged in, let's say you want to create the meeting yourself. You want to be Captain Zoom. So you start the meeting. Here's what the screen looks like when you first log in. After you're in your first meeting, you want to bring other people in. So I'm going to show you first, here's the screen on a TV or a laptop or a computer. And here's what the screen looks like on a cell phone. Now that you're in there, you can click, I want to create a meeting. I want to start a meeting. So here's the picture of how you're in the video. Now you want to invite somebody to that meeting. You click on the bottom, look at the bottom, here's a copy of what the controls look like on the bottom. Just move the mouse or go down like you do with Windows and say invite. Here's the invite screen. The invite allows you to see the numbers for the video that you're in at that time. And they change each meeting you create. It's a different set of numbers. It's 9 numbers, 3 sets of 3. You don't need the spaces. You can read them though. It's easier to read. 3, then 3, and then 3. But they type them all in. And here's a screenshot of how they log into the meeting or join a meeting. Now that you've joined in the meeting, what does it look like? Well, here's the screen if you're on a one-on-one. Here's 2 people. And of course, I decided to be a grandpa. That's my daughter and my granddaughter and me Zooming today. Or if you have more people, here's a picture of Teresa and me and our front room. So as you add more people, you'll see different screens for each person. Now, as I said before, it's free on a one-on-one. If you add 3 or more, it only runs for 40 minutes. Then it drops out. You all log out, you log back in. But if you can talk to your family for more than 40 minutes in a video, you're ahead of me. After you log back in, same thing, all the screens come up. When you join in the meeting and you've invited them, there's controls at the bottom to invite or share or record. Here's what the controls look like. Now I'm going to tell you how to end the meeting. Why am I going to show you how to end a meeting? It sounds simple. Well, here's this little button down on the bottom that says end. I'm going to give you a story about me and my friend Carl Williams, who had his first bicycle. We were 7 years old. And he knew how to ride a bike. His dad had showed him. So he's going to show me. We get up at the top of the road and hill, and he gets me on it and starts me down the hill. I'm going down the hill just, hey, this is really fun. I'm going really fast. And then it suddenly dawned on me, there's a cross street at the end of the street and railroad tracks in the river. So I got to stop. How do you stop on a bike? I didn't know. So I ran over and I turned into somebody's yard and fell and crashed. And he comes running down and says, what'd you do? Why'd you crash my bike? I said, you didn't show me how to end. You didn't show me how to stop. So I'm going to show you how to stop. Down in the right hand corner of the screen, I'm going to blow it up, is end meeting. You just drag your mouse down, it shows up, click end meeting. After you do that, it's going to give you this screen. You can either leave the meeting if you didn't start it. You can just leave and everybody else stays in the meeting. Or you can, if you started the meeting, you can end the meeting for everybody at once. There's another way. There's some more advanced features later where you can make somebody else the host of the meeting and they have controls just like you do. Now the controls also come along that let you kind of control the people in the meeting. Let's say you've got 3 or 4 people in the meeting and one person's just kind of like taken over. Or they're a little older like my in-laws. I can tell you how easy this is. I taught my 80-year-old father-in-law and mother-in-law how to do this over the phone. And they love it. What you can do is pull up this screen, which is manage the meeting and the people, and you can mute them. Or if they really don't look good, you can mute the video too. But if you mute the video, let's say you didn't do your hair that day, so you don't want people to see you, but you want to be part of the meeting. Then you can come up like this, where it just shows your name and the chat. Oh, what's a chat? Chat is a little screen that's on the side where you can move it around but still see everybody, and you can type just like you're texting. Here's what it looks like. You can ask questions, you can respond to questions without verbalizing to people. So if you actually have somebody that's deaf, they can communicate and you can see them. Now I'm going to give you a couple of tips on how to do a really good meeting. One of the first tips I'm going to tell you is lighting. Lighting is very important. Right now I'm kind of controlled this. But basically you need a light on you so that people can see you. Sometimes it's a little annoying having a bright light on you, but if you're in a daytime situation, like I said before, you can use your phone. You could zoom outside. You have great light outside. The other thing is you can set it up so the meeting comes at you. The light from the outside comes to you at the meeting. Second thing is sound. You want to have a good microphone so that people can really hear you and not going, what? What'd you say? What? If your phone is good, put it on speakerphone. Or if you have a good headset, put the headset. If you're zooming, the headset will work and you'll see the picture on the phone. And it kind of eliminates other people bothering you. Third is you want a large enough screen. If you're doing a one-on-one, a phone is adequate. But if you have a bunch of people, one of the tricks we've done is take, like I'm doing here today, we have a laptop that has this video on and we're using a HDMI cable to the big screen and it blows up the whole screen with everybody on it. And this is what it would look like. Lastly, as I said, sound is important, but also motion. If you've got someone like my granddaughter who's always moving, always doing things, if it's low definition screen coming through, they're going to pause, it'll lock the screen. It's like any camera. The better your connection, internet connection, the better the tool you're using. That's why a computer's better than a phone. because it has better connection, it's got higher bandwidth. You don't get that freezing ever so often. And you don't get the wave and the fingers becoming everything. One of the nice things is you can schedule a meeting that everybody will come to. Let's say I want to have a meeting with all the family at 4 o'clock. One lives in Utah, one lives in New York, one lives in Florida, one lives here. But they're in town and you don't want to go through the snow. So you schedule a meeting at 4 o'clock and send everybody the note. And when you schedule the meeting, here's what one of the screens look like. You get to specify the time and whether they can go ahead and log in, whether you're there or not. The meeting will come up. Then when you log into the same number. As I said before, here's a screen where they just put in the numbers. The fun part is getting to see them face to face. The other fun part is you can add a share screen, you can show pictures. Like here's a picture of Teresa that I shared in a video. Let's say you need information transferred to somebody, but you just want to talk about it before they get it. So you could share a spreadsheet like this. Then everybody's looking at the same screen and you can talk about it. Bottom line, this video isn't all-inclusive, but I'm hoping it's going to get you started so that you can know how easy it is to connect with your family, not only verbally on the phone, not just texting, but actually face to face. And one last thing, you could record the whole meeting and save it. There's a button down at the controls, as I mentioned before, to record, and it saves it on your laptop or saves it on your phone or your pad. And you can send it to someone that couldn't make the meeting later. I hope this helps everybody. I hope it gets everybody using it. I hope it also lets you know of the opportunities that are out there to connect one-on-one, face-to-face, or one face to 5 faces easily. Hope you get connected with your family. Thank you for letting me take your time to teach you. Have a good day. Thank you.